Hey, Markers! I hope everybody can see me. Let's start. Let me just change here my camera. Much better. Let's see if it's everybody's joining us. Yes, I can see we already have members in our live. I am extremely excited. So then let's just say in our WhatsApp group, we start. Yes, let me send here the link. Perfect. Done. WhatsApp. Amazing. Share my screen. You. Thank you so much. Join us tonight. Uh, yes. Perfect. I am organizing here. Just perfect. Yeah. A simple way to see everything in just one place. Perfect. Now I'm sharing my screen with you. And now I believe everybody can see. Amazing. Yes. Thank you so much to join us in our Inspire Marketing of March. So every first Wednesday of the month, we have our online meetup for the members of Marketing in Ireland community. So thank you so much to be here with us. Today we will talk about, let me see here. Yeah, your CV isn't the problem, or it is? So, this is the topic that we discussed today. And of course, we have our amazing guest, our member, Vatsal. So, but coming back to the very beginning, as I said to you, every first Wednesday of the month, we have our Inspire Marketing, our space to connect, learn, and feel part of a marketing community. And I am extremely happy that you're here. Please have your drink, can be water, a tea, a coffee, a wine, whatever you prefer, and join us. So if you can't participate, engaging in the chat is no problem at all. Please send now here in the YouTube chat if you can hear me well, if you can see me well, if everything's okay, just send a okay. So yeah, hello, I can see now here a few comments. So good to see everybody's with me. Amazing. Let's start. So yeah, we will start the agenda today. We start with some trends and news, and then we meet the community member and see some community updates. So then before, let me see if everybody can see me. Yes. Before we move into CVs, I want to start with a quick insight about something that is changing a lot in marketing right now. And basically is how search works. For many, many years, basically for whole my entire life in the marketing industry, search followed a very similar pattern. Uh, you typed something into Google and received a list of links. SEO was mainly about getting your page to rank in those results, so people would click and visit your website. So it was before. Now we are starting to see a shift. So search engineers are increasingly showing AI generated summaries at the top of the page. And this is not in the future, this is the present. And this means users may get their answer without clicking on many websites. And it changed completely the way how we doing marketing, how we work in the digital marketing industry, how we create our strategy, how we moving forward with the marketing plan. So uh, look to those insights and see what is changing in the industry. It is not just about thinking that AI is changing everything and being get panicked. No, it's try to see from an expert view. Okay, if the audience is changing their behavior online, what I have to do differently in my campaigns, in my paid campaigns, how I have to organize my content creation. Should I consider in the GEO uh, and SEO, or just SEO, or just GEO? So many questions can bring to your mind just from this small and basic insight. So yeah, this is the first thing that I'd like to start our session with that insight, because I think it's extremely, it's new. It's something that we have to discuss about that more in the community. And if you are working at the moment with AI projects, please share now in the chat. I'd love to hear more about that. I am, and yeah, so I'd be really interested to know more and exchange more information with other members. So the other insight is an insight that I sent to you a link. Let me just go in here and yeah, let me let me exchange that with you. I'm sending now it in the chat here on YouTube. Sent. So this is true. Yes, this is uh data that I really like, because sometimes I can see in so many companies, so many professionals, they think everybody should change everything, just focus in AI. Now everything just about AI. Sometimes I'm a little bit overwhelmed about AI, but I it's good. It's we can change. We can learn so much from that. But the point it is, we need to understand what exactly we can do, how can we use, how can we understand better the insights, and not just make change randomically without any strategy. In this graphic here, you can see some information how people there, how users they are looking for some aspects or some subject, some information into different platforms. So, for example, if I'm looking at myself, Camilla, if I'm looking for uh, know where to go when I'm in a trip, the place that I really go, it is I love to look on TikTok. So for me, TikTok gives to me so great insights. The algorithm is much better to show to me what I have to do in those places, and it's much better than when I'm going in other platforms, because ChatGPT, I don't know, just share randomic information, and then you say, oh, but I don't think it will make it be really good, and then oh, you're right, like oh, you always right. They send wrong information and say, oh, this information is wrong. Oh, you're right. Like, I don't know, it's not really nice. But from TikTok, I like because it's video from people that they already have been there and they share so many nice tips. So it's more personalized. But for other information, for example, food and recipe, I definitely prefer ChatGPT. So depend what you're looking for. It can vary the way or the platform that you go. And these data here share exactly where people they are searching more in different aspects or things that they are looking for. So this data can tell you a lot, but the link that I sent to you here in the chat can tell you even more because I have a more deep data. So go there, doing little bit of research, read about it, look at the graphics, and then be happy. I'm really sure you'll be happy with those information. So let me come back to my presentation, because now we start discussing about the subject. Uh, I'd like to share a few things with you before we start have our guest with us, because it's a topic extremely relevant, important for everybody in the community, and then I'd like to start that with some reflection. And we won't have a session to how to optimize your CV, because I believe a recruiter or a recruiter consultant would be the best way for you. But let's just see few points that we could talk about. And if you have any question or anything else that you'd like to share, please send now in the chat and I read here. So, why good candidates still get rejected? I can see in the community, across the community, so many members, they always say the same. And one thing I hear very often from people in the community, it is, I have experience, but I keep getting rejected. And sometimes the issue is not the experience itself. And very often the issue is how the experience is communicated in the CV. That is what I can see. Recruiters in Ireland usually review many CVs. Let's be honest, they don't really reveal that. First of all is the AI software, and after the software, then the recruiter, they look to that. So then I think many members, they are just more focused in the AI phase, and sometimes it's ending with a CV that is great for a robot but are not really good for a human. So this is the first point that I would like to ask you to reflect about. So your CV is done just for a AI scan, a platform scan, or when a recruiter have your CV, it's easy to understand, it's clear to understand how you introduce yourself, how you say yourself, because this is what is about your CV. So I think recruiters in Ireland usually review many CVs in a short amount of time, and they are trying to quickly understand three things. The first thing, what level the candidate is at, what kind of problem they can solve, and whether their experience is relevant to the role. I think this is three important points that you have to cover and you have to think about. There are few common things that make that harder. So the first one is when the CV list task instead of impact. For example, saying managed social media. Does it not really explain what changed because of that work? Another issue is when experience is not clear connected with the business results. So we also sometimes see CVs where keywords from the job description are missing, or the opposite, where they are overused and the CV start to feel unnatural or just looks like someone copy and paste from ChatGPT. And I have seen many CVs like that. So another challenge today is when the wording sounds too generic, which can make the experience feel less authentic. And finally, sometimes the recruiter simply cannot understand the candidate's level quickly. It's become unclear whether the person was, I don't know, like leading words or supporting a team or just assisting. So it sometimes doesn't make much sense if you're a senior or if you're looking for a entry level position. So none of this mean the candidate is not capable. It simply means the CV is not helping the recruiter understand the experience quickly enough. I'll give you one example. In this example here, you can see when I'm talking about the CV list task not impact. For example, week description would be manage social media account and create content. Maybe for you looks clear, but I have think about we so many times the recruiter, they are not really from the marketing industry background. They don't really understand pretty well. So then a clear way to explain is, of course, you have to use the keyword, and you have to be short, but it have to be clear and simple to understand as well. So manage social media accounts and increase Instagram engagement by X% by introducing like structured content calendar and short form video. You said what you did, how you did, what you achieved. It's much more clear than manage social media account and create content because this is quite generic. So uh yeah, I'd say like for example, this is one of the examples that they recruited. They can quickly understand the contribution, the thinking behind the work, and the results, even if you don't always have exact numbers. The important thing is to explain what you did, what changed, and why it mattered. That makes sense? If it doesn't make sense, please send a message here in the chat. I'd be really happy to explain better. But basically, it is trying to tell you sometimes you have a really, really good CV. It's not really show how good you are. It's not make that clear. You're not selling well yourself. Okay, let me just move to our where we are can have more insights from a member. And then, of course, before we continue with more insights, I will show you more insights after the conversation with Vatsal. I'd like to pause at the moment and introduce Vatsal, who kindly agreed to share part of his experience with us today. So one of the things I value most is this community, is creating space for real conversation about job search journey in Ireland. Behind every CV, there is a person navigating applications, interview, like frustrations, and sometimes many rejections before finding the right opportunity. So today we have Vatsal join us. He has been navigating the job search here in Ireland, have a lot of experience as well, receiving feedbacks and learn through the process. So I invite Vatsal now to share a bit about his experience so far. And so let me stop here. Yes, I think I have here now. Hi, Vatsal. How are you?
I'm doing good. Good evening. How are you, Camelia? How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm good that you're here. Thank you so much for your availability and to be open to share insights and about your everything that you have facing so far. So, first of all, thanks so much to be part of our community. Thanks for accept our invitation. So, please, I leave you and then please introduce yourself. And I will be changing the slide. So when you want the next slide, just let me know. Just say next, and then I move on. Okay.
Sure, sure, of course, definitely.
Amazing. Let me just put here your presentation. Yes, I started here. Bye and enjoy.
So, good evening, everyone. I hope you guys are doing good. And I just want to say thank you to the marketing community in Ireland for giving me this opportunity to share my experiences with everyone, especially to job seekers and whoever is in Ireland, and especially upcoming students. So yeah, today I'll be sharing my little bit of experience as a job seeker in Ireland and how is my journey so far and what I've been doing so far and how struggling is this journey so far. So in this presentation, I'll be talking about my journey, my introduction, my academic background and professional in digital marketing and key challenges and what I've been facing so far and difficulties and little bit about my current role as a PPC specialist and what I'll be giving my CV tips and guidance to all the job seekers and what is going to be very helpful for the long term run and what are the main key takeaways from this presentation. Okay, so let's start with my introduction first. So basically, like I'm originally from Mumbai, India, and I came to Ireland in the year of 2020 before COVID, and I did my bachelor's as a business administration from one of the small colleges in Ireland called City College in Dublin. And my always ambition is to grow and grow professionally and settle down in Ireland. When I came to Ireland for the first time, So so I did my it was a 3 years course, and it was from 2020 to 2023. I did my BBA from City College, and while doing my bachelor's, I got to know much more about digital marketing, and I came across with different field like HR, finance, and accounting and marketing. So I always thought, okay, like I did my marketing, and I got very familiar with the key fundamentals like brand marketing and much more like talking with the audience and everything. So marketing seems very ambitious project for me. So I decided to start my masters in digital marketing from DCU. So actually, it was a 1 year course, and I did my masters from 2023 to 2024. It was more like a roller coaster journey. So I come up from a digital marketing background, and and I did some experience in working with a B2B and B2C marketing brands and developing very strong interest in digital marketing and creative strategy. So overall, my journey in digital marketing is very amazing, and it's very like it's very gotten much more familiarity with the marketing core marketing tactics like SEO, then PPC marketing, then advertising, then social media marketing and SEO. So overall, like it's quite it's an amazing journey, and you will definitely get to know about much more about my experiences so far. So let's go for the next slide. So during my studies, like I definitely come across with lots of challenges. Like during my masters, like I did work with realistic clients, working with them, and did lots of projects with B2B and B2C clients during my masters. And when I graduated from the masters, I definitely went into the professional journey. Like I joined some companies, agencies, companies, and started my journey as a marketer, professional marketer. Then during my professional career, I definitely got to know and work with the real client projects, and then I also did some certification courses to get the realistic projects. And I came across with different roles like internship roles, then went into some synergistic roles, and definitely I improved myself during my just journey so far. And my background in digital marketing combines with both critical and as well as an analytical. And it's a very learning phase. Like professional, when you go into the professional journey, it's very learning phase to so far to you. So during my after graduation, like definitely when I was doing my professional journey, I definitely did some certification courses to go in depth because and especially into this market, like it's very important for you to definitely get some much more transferable skills. That's very important, definitely, where you will be implementing your academic skills into a practical world. So that's where this is where actually I got into the digital marketing and worked with the realistic client projects and everything. I did some internship roles, some what do you say, some professional roles, and did some certification courses from various academic courses like HubSpot, then Sam Notion, then Coursera, and then Canva. So yeah, this how I definitely enter into the digital marketing world. So yeah, next slide, please. So definitely, like during when you are entering into the marketing industry, definitely you faces lots of challenges, especially when you are from making an application to definitely getting into the job offer. So there are lots of challenges when you comes into a way. So one of the key phases for my definitely I learned just like navigating job search market is like as an interesting graduate, it's quite challenging, like going into down one, down two, and down three. There are lots of phases when it comes to like getting into job, and the main concern which I definitely I face challenges like a sponsorship concern because more the most as an international but as an international candidate, you definitely have to work full time in Ireland, and definitely you need a sponsorship for that. So most of the as far as I know, like most of the companies definitely are afraid to give sponsorship because in today's job market, like most hiring recruiters definitely go for candidates who have as a stamp for or stamp one because most of the recruiters definitely are afraid to provide sponsorship because we as a candidate, we definitely face we face challenges, especially in comes to sponsorship concern. Then rejections, definitely. Like as a candidate, like I definitely faced lots of challenges and rejections while I'm from graduation to until now. And it's almost a year which I definitely faced this roller coaster journey. Rejections after rejections after rejections, you definitely get rejections over the. But instead of demotivation or maybe frustrated, you definitely have to motivate yourself because rejections makes you resilience. You definitely have to learn from your mistake, from the past mistakes, whether you are making mistakes in interview or whether you're making mistakes on your CVs. We definitely come on the CV, but right now these are the key challenges which I faced during my professional journey, like rejections, sponsorship concern, and one of the main reason is Irish experience matters a lot, especially into the Irish job market. Recruiters prefer candidates who are having local experience, especially Irish experience. So it's very important that whether it's unpaid internship or maybe it's a contract role, definitely you should go for it. Get Irish experience, which is definitely I want to give advice to every job seekers. So this is the key challenges which every job seeker is facing in during this tough journey. So instead of hiring the experience, you should definitely go for get some experience over there. So the next slide, please. So definitely, like overall, I would just want to say is like your CV should highlight your experience. CV is just like a numbers or maybe like a words, but most of the recruiters want to see your personality. And and definitely you should. I most of the as per my search, like 69% of recruiters because whenever like recruiters see your CV, they normally see your CV within 5 or 4 or 5 seconds. So when recruiter is reading your CV, you should definitely it should be hook rate because hook rate is something we definitely if people like your CV, definitely they can contact you directly. So your CV is a marketing document. It's not a biography. So you should make sure your CV is not lengthened. Just make it very brief, and your CV should be 1 page or 2 page maximum depending on the candidate who are having more than 5 or 6 years experience, for them you should definitely keep it your CV 2 pages. And yeah, so that's my tips for everyone is like just keep your CV relevant, short and concise and clear and relevant. And also definitely like you should definitely proofreading your CV because most of the recruiters see your laziness when it comes to your CV, like grammatical errors or maybe font or maybe format issues. So before sending your CV, just make sure you are formatting your CV as per the job you are applying for. Second thing is networking. Networking is very important. Like the more people you know, the better chances for you to get into the job market. And definitely you need to make connection with the recruiters, not only recruiters, but you should definitely connect with people who are in the same field. Connect with them, bond, make relationship with them, professional relationship with them. Who knows? Long term, like they might be help you with your long term journey. So networking is not just asking for the job, just making connections, make bond with them, just like building relationship with them. So third is growth happens like we everyone makes mistake in their professional life. Like growth happens when you're making lots of mistakes, and you should definitely learn from mistakes. And once you make a mistake, definitely you grow like further. There's a famous quote: "Work hard, play hard." You might have heard about that. The more work you work, the loss of failures. Failures become success. Like whenever you make mistakes, definitely you go to the path for that. Fourth is rejections. I have seen lots of candidates who are having depression or frustrated because of rejections, and they might do something wrong, but the rejections makes you strong. I have faced lots of challenges during my professional life. I have like got like overall I have made like 400 500 applications a day. I got lots of rejections when I'm really on professional journey. But I have to stay strong. Everyone has to stay strong and just keep applying. Keep yourself motivated when you are getting rejections email. The rejections email analyze your mistakes, see where you're making the errors, and whether it's your CV, or maybe you are making errors on your CV, or maybe you're not able to connect with the recruiter directly. So just try to think very strategically. Fifth is like long-term thinking. Maybe you definitely have to think very long-term. Like maybe rejections might be demotivation you, but you have to keep growing, grow faster. The next slide, please. So I always say like apply strategically, not emotionally. I know people get emotional when they get rejections. Like I understand that, and I have been through that phase before as well. Like with definitely you got rejection from a dream company you want to work for, but you have to strategically think. Just try to analyze a mistake, like think strategically. So once you think strategically, like definitely you can apply. For example, like what you can do is tailor your CV strategically as per the job. Utilize lots of. I know that there, due to AI competition, like many recruiters are using AI because of like AI is definitely helping you. Like maybe you getting ghosted because of AI. So how you can crack the ATS? You definitely have to use the strategically. Like there are lots of AI tools that can help you benefit for long term growth. So normally I use ATS tools like JobScan or Enhance CV that help you to boost your CV. It gives you some particular score. Like for example, like if it is more than 90%, definitely there's a chances that you can pass the ATS to a LinkedIn. So basically, you can definitely use ATS tools like Enhance or JobScanner. Just Google it. Definitely get lots of ATS tools that can help you to enhance your CV, boost your CV. So lots of ATS definitely can help you recommend your CV should stand out. Second thing is ask for feedback. Feedback is the great thing to make you stand out from the competition. Or maybe it gives you feedback. Okay, where you're making mistakes. I know most recruiters don't give you feedback, but at least you should try for asking for feedback from the recruiter you are applying for. They might help you to give you proper feedback, whether it's a positive or negative. Take it as a positive because I know that can help you to improve for the next application you are applying for. Upskilling is the best. Certification course is the best. That help you to what do you say, upskill your upskill your digital marketing. What I have learned so far is transferable skills is much better than having a degree, because nowadays like even I have a master's degree, like overall like it took me like 1 year, more than 1 year to get the job. So as far as I learned, just you have to keep upskilling yourself. Do some certification courses from HubSpot Academy, SEMrush, Coursera. There are lots of free tools you can implement to go through your certification courses you can learn. For example, if you want to learn PPC, go for SEMrush. Social media marketing, go for SEMrush or HubSpot. SEO, SEMrush. There are lots of certification courses you can upskill yourself, because nowadays most of the recruiters look for experience and upskilling rather than having a degree. Get experience, upskill yourself. That's what I can definitely recommend. The best way to showcase is portfolio. Why I'm being because of the marketer, because marketers definitely should showcase your creativity skills. So that's where recruiters can see, okay, we're not just a strategically, but you also being creativity to yourself. So portfolio is the best way to showcase your projects, your experience, your certification courses, your digital toolkit. Portfolio is the best to showcase your digital marketing skills. That's where most of the most of the companies asking for portfolio. That has become mandatory, because if you don't have portfolio, there is no chance for you to stand up from the crowd. So portfolio is the best way to showcase your marketing skills and expertise over there. Fourth way is track your applications. Use Excel sheets, your spreadsheets, Google Sheets to track your applications, because that's where you can keep yourself tracking. Okay, I have updated this. Okay, then yeah, it's like a campaign dashboard, like project management tool. Use that tools to track your applications. Okay, that's where you are tracking your applications. Then fifth is this is focus on what you can control, like efforts, learning, and attitude. Your enthusiasm is enough to showcase your your skills. You as a marketer, you definitely, yeah, I know we are spending like 10 to 15 hours a day to track YouTube applications. So what my recommendation is, even like if you are as a job seeker, target 15 to 20 applications a day. I know it's very heavy, but that's what I normally used to do is I spend 10 to 15 hours a day to apply. Because if you keep applying like different, if you keep applying like 15 applications a day, you should aim, okay, today I should at least get a one or two phone calls, because that's help you to stand up from the crowd. So that's what actually I do. Then I use Excel sheet to track my applications. Okay, when I'm making mistakes, definitely try this method. Okay, then what you can do is, when you're applying for a company on LinkedIn, just try to reach to the recruiter directly, approach them to directly. Definitely, okay, then recruiters can definitely, okay, go to know, okay, this person is showing this enthusiasm to join the team. So definitely, I know most of the recruiters don't respond, but definitely just try this method. Definitely can help you to uh, get a response, or get a response from the recruiters. The next slide, please. So yeah, I'm happy to answer your questions, and thanks for hearing, and happy to answer your questions, whatever you guys have in your mind. This is the chance where you can get a feedback from myself. I'm happy to share whatever I have in mind. So yeah,
Unmute. Amazing. It's really good to see what you prepare for us. Like, thanks so much. And it's so nice to see what you said because you shared really interesting points. Like, sometimes I think it's really hard for so many members. They probably get so much rejections that they start being like, don't keep themselves positive. And this is
yeah,
really, really
correct, correct.
dangerous because when you kind of are quite already stressed and you start feel like you won't succeed, you won't move forward, like this energy don't really help you much. You start don't acting proactively or acting strategically. I remember as well, I start at the very beginning when I was looking for a job, I start applying. I was focused in volume, and it worked.
Correct,
It
correct.
worked at some
Mm,
stage. But at one stage, when I realized what exactly I was looking for, what I wanted, for example, I just realized that I was applying for a lot of jobs, and then I was having some replies and some conversation with recruiters. But then when I start create a proper strategy, what I'm looking for, what type of company I want to join, I want to go, I decided, okay, which company at this stage I already had my work permit, what make
correct,
it
correct.
more
Mm,
easy for me, of course, but before that was even harder. But let's share just this moment. I was looking to I had so many experience in the marketing industry, but I never had an experience in a startup SaaS company. So I decided I want to join a SaaS business because when I just doing a research in Ireland, I realized Ireland had so many good startups, and this SaaS industry is it's really really powerful in Ireland. And as a B2B marketing professional, I thought, wait a minute, that could be a great place to join to go. Then you start thinking differently because the portfolio that you start organize would be more aligned with the type of business, the type of company that you're looking for position. Because when you're looking for, doesn't matter which company it is, when it's just for volume, you won't be the best candidate for all positions. And then
mm,
when you
mm,
have a target, when you are more clear what you're looking for, you can start improve your network, expand your network in specifically events and with specifically type of people or from different specifically industry that would be more aligned what you're looking for. You apply for positions that you have kind of not the same job description, but you have similarities between the job description, and then the level of changes that you have to in your CV you decrease. You will showcase more and post more things related and connected with the industry that you want to go. And then the recruiters, they see you are kind of the perfect professional for that position. This is what I felt at this stage. But
Correct,
I
correct.
don't think there are just one strategy or one way to do. I think there are different ways to do. Just depend how you want to approach, how you want to be seen, how you want to position yourself, what type of positioning you're looking for. Like it depend. It's so many variations. So hard because looking for a job is another job. You put so much energy, so much effort, and sometimes maybe you feel just, oh my god, it looks like I'm not capable, I'm not the best professional for that. Why? I'm so good, I have done so great stuff. So
Correct, correct, correct.
yeah, isn't it like, and this is
Nowadays, see, nowadays, like jobs has become a full-time job now for especially for job seekers because job seekers spends like 10 hours, 15 hours telling the CV because I am seeing lots of job seekers struggling with job, dream job which they are currently aiming for. For example, like being a digital marketer, like one of the most strongest point is like growth. You should definitely should show your growth, especially when targeting specifically those. For example, if you are specific specialist, you should definitely showcase your numbers on the CV. If you don't showcase your number on the CV, then definitely you are no chances to stand up from the crowd. So being like a digital marketer, one of the most important thing is revenue and the growth, which definitely most of the recruiters are seeing on your CV. CV is your the first impression towards the recruiters. If you don't showcase your CV, if you are too lazy, say sending the same CVs across 50 or 60 roles, then you are lazy because recruiters will trash your CV on the dustbin. So I definitely want to recommend this is, yeah, you should definitely tell your CV. Implement ATS tools like Enhance CV, job scanners. Use lots of tools for telling the CV because it will definitely showcase your exact keyword that definitely you can upload on the CV. That helps you to chances that it will pass ATS. That's what actually I have saw, and definitely go for reviews on Google. Okay, which is CV tool is the best. I tried Indian CV. Indian CV is the best for ATS branded CV. It definitely helps you to. It shows you the full analysis. Okay, your grammatical errors, or you are missing some hard skills or soft skills on the CV, or maybe you are not able to add the most recent experience that you work for. So it gives you lots of tips and advices that ATS tool gives you. If you get 90% or 95% on ATS tools, you are pass or ATS. Otherwise, it's below that, then there's a lot. There is some errors on your CV. So
yeah.
my recommendation to all the job seekers is just try experimenting with ATS tool, ATS friendly tools like Enhance or Job Scanners. Use the tools to implement your CVs. Then cover letters. I know cover letters is also another place important role when it comes to making an application for nowadays. Like quality is something you want to showcase a motivation to join the company. For example, if you're targeting a company, big tech companies like Salesforce or HubSpot, just try to showcase your enthusiasm. Just try to that it's the human touch. Like it should be authentic. Just don't copy from ChatGPT or maybe somewhere else like it is. Just if you're using ChatGPT, just ask ChatGPT to make it sound like a human tone, or maybe just keep it a bit simplistic. Your simplicity can be your success. That's what actually I believe.
Yeah, and my final recommendation, it would be, if I, I I think every single professional should have them kind of source of truth, like the guide of them
Yeah,
career.
yeah,
So you should have, for example, many times we are in a company and we're doing so much, we progress so much, we involve with so many projects, but we don't keep the record, we don't save the records, we forgot few things, and that small thing could be relevant for one specifically conversation with a recruiter. So my recommendation as well, it is, have a deep document with every single project and detail that you have contributed in the past, and then from that, give that for the AI that you're using, and ask this AI to give in the match between the job description and what you have done, and
Correct, correct, correct.
how can you expose that in a conversation with the recruiter? How can you improve your CV, adding the experience that
Mm-hmm.
is more relevant, related what you have done, of course, not creating things that is not realistic. But because sometimes what I see as well, it is we are kind of using so much AI and chat gpts that the answer is so generic. And other point as well, I can see so many CVs because I'm receiving few some CVs to positions that I have passed in my company. So when you look to the CVs, they look quite same. First point. Second, the level of details is not really go much to the details. We know it's really tricky. We need to have a short CV with short details to don't have a big CV, but at the same time, it can't be subjective. You have to be clear what exactly you have done, because sometimes just keywords, phrases that doesn't make any sense at all. And remember, guys, we are in Ireland. The right communication in Ireland, it's not American English, it's Brit English with some nuances from Ireland, making sure the recruiter that you read your CV, that you understand and diffuse familiarity. For example, sometimes the way how we call some strategy in Brazil, I'm from Brazil, we called one strategy called, we said, uh, why funnel. So we called why funnel. And sometimes you keep in your mind, oh, because you're so connected in your own culture, how you are calling those details. But sometimes here they call in another way. For example, this why funnel here, it's just it's not is a inbound and outbound funnel that we call ABM. So sometimes it's just a terminology that is completely different. And we keep in trying to say something that doesn't make sense for the person that you're going to read your CV. So making sure you are doing a match between what exactly that means. For example, in Brazil, marketing coordinator would be someone that is a supervisor, the other marketeers. Here is an entry level position. It's so different. So sometimes we even not reflecting about those small details. Sometimes imagine if you're applying for a position, marketing executive, and your CV, you have show, oh, I have a lead a team of 20 people. I was a leader in that project. Okay, it's nice. What about reframe that? How proactive you are executing the campaign, helping the team, because the recruiter will look at your CV like, oh no, this is not a entry level person. This is a senior professional that have experience leading a team. So the way how you communicate things can make the total difference. How they accept your CV, read your CV, interpret your CV as well. So
Yeah, correct, correct. Exactly the same, which I also recommend for, especially for freshers, because I came as a fresher, like when I came to Ireland for the first time, I have faced the challenges. But as a fresher, what is your strongest point when it comes to making an application and competing with the candidates who are having 3 or 4 years plus experience? So yeah, so my recommendation is showcase your projects you have worked in the past or in the college, like university projects. You have worked with the actual client. You have worked with them, or maybe you can definitely work on an assignment. You can showcase on your CVs in detail and ask AI. Okay, this is a job description and this is a CV. Match the details as to the job, and definitely he will give you the recommendations on that. Just follow that. So this is my first recommendation. So second recommendation is like definitely like we as a job seeker we face challenges in terms of AI is coming, like AI is evolving as AI is becoming very competitive nowadays. Most of the jobs AI is doing it, especially in digital marketing. Like if you even if you ask for AI is definitely building up very strongly. That's where we are lacking right now. But we understand the market is is very bad, and we still have to motivate ourselves, and we have to keep applying as much as possible. That's where I come out. So my agenda will be just target 10, at least maximum 10 applications a day. That's what actually I can recommend to you. I know it's very exhausting, but you keep have to, if you are focused, if you are ambitious, if you are determined and hard worker, just target 10 applications a day. Tailor the CV as per the job description. Add keywords. Use ATS friendly tools to check your optimization score, whether you're getting a higher score. If it is a green light, then definitely you can apply. But definitely you should definitely check red flags, like proofreading your CV. Like, okay, where are you making errors? Is it a grammatical error, or maybe it's a format of the structure of the CV, or maybe you are adding too much of lengthy CV, which is quite makes it very boring for the recruiters to definitely for sure
Yeah.
showcase your yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time. Thank you for all the tips. It was so helpful. Thank you so much. And if anyone would like to uh, talk more with Vatal, please. Oh, what is my screen? Yeah, please just scan here this QR code. Send your LinkedIn link in our WhatsApp group in our community. It will be really welcome. Thank you so much, and I will give in more details about the next part of the session. Thanks so much, Vatal. Bye.
Thank you very much, Camelia. Thank you very much. Thank you everyone, guys.
So I will move it now for the last and final other tips that I'd like to give you based in this context. So one point, the point three, it is keywords from job description are missing or overused. So as I said, I really can see sometimes it's so many keywords that even you can't understand properly what the person have done in the company. So for example, a weak phrase would be digital marketing specialist with experience in SEO, SEO strategy, SEO optimization, SEO campaign, SEO analysis. Honestly, it don't really tell anything. It's so generic. So it not means this clear version is the best one. What I'm just trying to just tell you is explain the difference. So, for example, a clear difference could be improved organic traffic by 60% or 10% or 15% by restructuring website SEO, focus on technical fixes, keyword research, and content optimization. So you had a problem, you solved the problem in that way, and that was the result. So you have a storytelling, you talking. In the first case, it's uniquely keywords. You don't really say much. So then reflect and revisit your CV to see if you are making if you're making these mistakes. Then uh the other point it is the wording sound artificial or overly generated by AI. Be careful. As I said to Vatsal, we are in Ireland. So a CV that looks like copy and paste from ChatGPT with a lot of Americans expressions, it won't be seen in a nice way from the local recruiters. So, for example, leverage cutting the edge marketing methodologies to drive holistic growth across digital ecosystem. The recruiter just read that and feel like, what? And a clear B, improve lead generation by align paid campaigns, landing page, and CRM tracking. Like it's more clear what actually you did. And that is what they expected to see. So as a final tip, first of all, use the job description as your guide. It's definitely something that make huge difference. And look for three things. What problem the company is trying to solve? What skills or experience appear more in the job description? And how they describe their role and responsibilities. Of course, let's be honest. I can see company I can see so many company job description that looks like they are using ChatGPT as well and doesn't make any sense at all. We need to acknowledge that it is true. But what you can do it is you can look the job description, and if it's not that clear, you can look other job description for the same type of position. So, for example, if you're applying for a marketing executive, and the job description the company posted is not that clear, you can use that job description, but you can look the other marketing executive that other companies they share for the last, I don't know, like last year, last few months. It can give you some insights what is actually extremely important. But of course, the job description for the company that is posting that you apply for the job is the most important one, and can be the place that you're gonna find a lot of answers. Then adjust your CV, not lying, not copy and paste, but adjust your CV, just keeping there what is relevant for the position, and avoid keeping things that you make the recruiter maybe they feel a little bit confused about. You don't need that, or you need to rephrase that. Uh, and after applying, if possible, reach out to the recruiter or hiring manager. And why I'm saying that to you, because sometimes, well, I had a lot of success after applying, going directly to the hiring manager or recruiter in the pro, how call that, the paid version on LinkedIn, the premium version on LinkedIn. You can have a test, a premium test. You can see sometimes who posted the position, who posted the job, and then read out to them, say a short message. It's tell them you already applied for the position and why you'd be the best candidate. So, and ask them if they have 10 minutes for a quick conversation. Like, why not? If you are the best candidate, you're doing them a favor. So, be confident to do it and not just wait for them look into 400 CVs and select your CV. So, give yourself a chance. And yeah, I hope those tips can be valuable for you. So, if you want to be our next community guest, if you want to talk as that's how he did, please scan this QR code, fill in the form, and soon-ish, one of our volunteers will talk to you and invite you to be part of our uh, inspiring marketing that happen every first Wednesday of the month. In our pro member session this month, pro member is the part of the community that it's for members that they are extremely focused and learn and being part of a select group in our community. So to become a pro member, so just scan this QR code. In March, you're gonna have the session how to talk about your experience in interviews, and how to create the Google Tag Manager events on Google Analytics. It's pretty technical session and practical session. And well done, Miren, that attend to the online weekend boot camp by Catalyst Nor and part of the team. So yeah, Miren is every month like doing really well, and always she has great things to share. Thanks so much, Miren. And as you know, we are a marketing in Ireland community where we empower immigrants, marketing professionals, and students thriving career in Ireland. I hope you like this session. I'm really happy to keep going. Uh, our community, it's for everybody. So you are not alone. We are here to support you. We are here to, like you make you feel you're part of, about something much better and much big. So thanks so much for your time. See you next month. And I don't know if you're gonna be in for the Women's Day. I'll be speaking in the event of Girls to Build Ahead, uh, the community by Paulina. So I'm really excited to talk on Sunday. So thanks so much for your time and see you.